Good evening, crewmates. Captain Andy here, back from a couple of weeks off since I last joined you with you. I hope everyone's doing well today. I keep doing this every time I come back from a little, quite more like a little bit long break, but I do apologize once again. The last couple of weeks have been eventful. They will continue to be eventful for probably for the next month. I'm going to see what I can do to get a more stable schedule, but I cannot guarantee anything at this time, so I'm going to stream when I can. And much like I'm doing right now. And much like with before, we are going to continue with our Final Fantasy XIV story for Andy. Last time we just started off with Heaven. Well, actually, last time we went through Palace of the Dead with Lena and Shiro, FC mates of mine, long-time FC mates. We've met Lena before. Shiro, she took a break for a while, but she's an awesome person at the same time. Well, along with the last couple weeks, lots happened in Final Fantasy XIV as well. There's the Dawn Trail update. And I will admit, I did play with that a little bit with my ending character. When I had the time, I not sure if I would have been able to stream that, but it's whenever I had time to get stuff done, because I mentioned the last couple weeks I've just been busy. As I mentioned, it was busy. But tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun for a few hours, probably less. And yeah, so between last time I played and now, I did work on the jobs, the new jobs, Dark Knight, Astrologian, and Machinist, and I got them all up to level 52. And we're going to go through the story for those. We're going to start off with Astrologian. I don't know why. I just chose that at random. So let's go straight to here. Right. I have a feeling this is not appropriate gear. So while we're doing that, let's get some appropriate gear for this, shall we? Let's get a plate for this. What would be appropriate? Body bar time. Maybe this? It's an idea. Heaven's Turn to motto? No. Fierce tyrants. As interesting that this would be, let's throw people off. Let's put this on. Let's get a glamour plate glowing. So that's for that. Get a glamour plate. Let's get a glamour plate going for this. 3, 4, 5. Let's put this. So what would look good? Let's go for the head. Is a headpiece even needed? That's another question. What do we have? She can't wear that. No. Yeah, there's your healer, folks. I don't think that... yeah, it would not work for that. It's for tanks only. Alright. Maybe not. No. Interesting choice for here. I might put this on my machinist, the high piece. That looks kind of cute. Nah, not that. There's a choice. I'm Batman. Not a lot of choices for hats. What do I have in my armory? This might work. Well, let's take this off for now. We don't need this. Remove. How about for gloves? So many choices. That could work. Matches somewhat. Oh, the heavens turn contagious for now. This might work better. Just rings, yeah. That it works better. All right, let's go next. And no. Nope. Don't have any choices. Go with the fierce tyrant gear. Why not? To be for any class. Let's confuse people. Let's set this here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Alright, so that's at number 2. So if I go here, I want to make sure you get this right. Portraits. And so let's go with glamour. Fine. Alright. Apply. Be the heaviest tank you'll see. Healer you'll see. Armor-wise. Alright, and save. Alright, let's go. Alright, so before I jump into, we'll see. I want to do the Dawn Trail quest just because they add them to the main areas, such as, here, enter the Viper. There's 2 in Ulda. Let's get these done first. Then we'll jump straight into Astrologian. No, you need to be level 80 to do some of these quests. That the lowest level for the new jobs of Viper and Pictomancer. Rory Weaver. Enter the Viper. You're an adventurer, yes? That's a spot of bother over at the Weavers Guild, and we could use a hand sorting it out. We received an order for a full ensemble, but now that the work's been completed, the client refuses to pay. Mind you, I had my suspicions from the start. He called himself a Viper of all things. In my experience, people who name themselves after snakes are not to be trusted. In any case, he carries a pair of swords on his back, and I hate to think what would happen if he started wielding them in anger. Could you head to the guild and smooth things over? Sure. Oh, one thing to mention also, during the times I had to play, I just did some relays a little bit here and there, and I kind of got clean to level 100 already. Yeah. Probably solo Stormblood at this point, for the most part. But we're not gonna do that, no. We're gonna be nice to people. Invite them over for tea and crumpets. Alright, so I'm gonna start this quest here to get Viper unlocked, and then I believe there's another quest in the Steps of Thal. Which I think you get a free Fantasia, which I already have and I don't use. Because I don't need to use it. Yeah, Medicine Merchant right there. We'll get them in a moment. Oh, there's the draws, 15 stuff. We'll get to that eventually. Some of those level 50 crafting and gathering jobs are a little bit difficult to do because I don't have all the areas unlocked. So I'm gonna do them at level 60. That would get an entire story done all in one shot. The soul called the Viper. Hello. Good day to you, stranger. I was hoping I might make the acquaintance of someone a bit rougher around the edges. Someone who's seen her fair share of action. Could you tell me what prey is worth hunting in these parts? In these here parts? That guy there's looking done. Have you any idea what he's talking about? I took no issue with fulfilling his order, but now that it's time for him to pay, it's as though we're talking at cross purposes. Likewise, I don't understand why this little fella's being so difficult. All I'm asking for is the outfit I ordered, and the name of some critters worth killing. Mayhap I ought to explain from the beginning. I'm from Tyrol, a big old continent on the other side of the salt west of here. Okay. Some of the ship's crew called it the New World, but there ain't nothing new about it, no ma'am. There you'll find my village, home to the ancient art of the Viper. Our duty is to hunt ferocious beasts that endanger the lives of innocent folk. In fact, that's what brought me here. Thing is, all that fighting and long days on the road ain't been too kind to my gear. Reckon it was high time I got me a new getup, bespoke and all. Fascinating, I'm sure, but why do you refuse to pay for your order? And why you insisted that I choose my prey? Because how else am I supposed to pay you? Do us a favor and we'll hunt down any beast you want. That's the code and how we Vipers do business. Weavers prefer more conventional forms of compensation. Yeah, let's go with that one. That's so. So you're saying they want something else instead? Payment commensurate with the skill and materials required. In guild, preferably. Ah. Well, didn't see that coming. Guess that explains our little misunderstanding. But surely your countrymen trade in some sort of currency, yes? Or are you Vipers so far removed from society as to be unaware of such concepts? Of course we know what money is. We ain't no bumpkins. But, when it comes to requisitioning goods and services, I usually rely on the elders to deal with artisans and the like. Which is to say, I ain't in the habit of carrying significant sums. So be it. If your only form of payment is slaying a beast, that shall have to do. As it happens, one of my colleagues in East Northern Island reports that merchants carrying our supplies were attacked by a wild fiend. What's more, the creature is a species of many-headed scaleskin, never before seen in this region. It is rumored that it to have escaped from the Colosseum and have been running rampant ever since. Scaly? A lot of heads? Alright, you got yourself a deal. Deal? Considering the guild has already fulfilled its end of the bargain, you should count yourself lucky. Still, I'd hate for anything to go awry at this juncture. May I ask a favor of you, friend? I'd like you to accompany him and ensure that he attends to the creature as agreed. Besides, I dare say seeing a so-called viper at work would be an enlightening experience. Sure. The name's Kashqua. Pleasure to meet you. The creature was last seen near Camp Drybone, so I advise you begin there. Drybone. Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport there. I'm not gonna run there. Getting Dawn Trail jobs when I just reach Heaven's Ward. Yeah, for those who want to get XP good, do your roulettes. You can get to the highest level quickly, including PvP. In my case, there's a lot of PvP. Oh, did I ever do a lot? Anyways. There you are, Keshqua. So this is Camp Drybone, huh? Fitting name. Anyway, you ready to hunt? Sure. What's that look for? Let me guess. You want to ask around first and see if anyone can point us in the right direction? No need. The river's friend told me plenty. All we gotta do is track down the beast, which is a viper speciality. Oh, okay. Oh, you found it. Hey, it's Hydra. It went after traders carrying tailors' materials. Bolts of cloth and whatnot don't sound too tasty to me. So I'm guessing it's the merchants themselves the beast had his eye on. Most predators use their sense of smell to pick out their meals. Scents carry on the wind, so you gotta consider the positions of the rocks and plants to determine how the air tends to flow through an area. It ain't too hard to deduce when the critter's made its lair after you've done all that. Yep, that's a big one. Mean looking too. Must be wreaking havoc on the food chain, never mind the danger it poses to locals. Well, time to do what a viper does best. Wow, that's fast. That's that. So, you like the show? Don't play coy. I can see you're intrigued. But before I spill all my secrets, I got a question for you. Ever heard of a Toral Vidral? No? Thought not. Well, they're a rare breed of beast that wields all kinds of power they got no right having. A threat to every living thing that has the temerity to breathe in their vicinity. Because of their long lifespans and unnatural abilities, they were dubbed the Tyrants of Tural. That's more or less what that name means. Anyway, someone's got to hunt down the Tural, and that someone is us, the Vipers. Hey, smile. You know, I've met a fair few adventurers during my time here, but I can tell you're cut above the rest. Might even have what it takes to be a Viper. If you're interested, I can teach you on one condition. You'll help me hunt down a Turavidral that's made its way to Eorzea. What do you say? Okay. Oh no. Never mind. Hell of a thin ask out of the blue, I know. Just think on it. Just think some on it, will ya? Let's head back to Ul'dah and tell that Weaver fellow we're square. Their journey will give you some time to consider my offer. Yeah, you might also be noticing that even though I'm level 100, I'm still wearing this level 90 gear. Well, I kind of did something silly and I bought new gear. Yeah. Except for the jewelry. That's too expensive. For now. And the shield. There was none available at the time. But, I really like this gear. I don't know why. I didn't like the level 198 gear. I did not like that. I take that back. It looks good on Andine, but not on Clayland. I cannot understand why. But this is her look. This is Clayland's look. Here, give you an example of what it would look like on her. Actually, there's a shield available. For a decent price, it'd be nice too. Here. Yeah, it doesn't strike me as I'd want for her. I don't know. Ow. I love tanking, but that gear is just too much for me. I didn't get the sword either. Interesting. Is that a good price? No. I'll wait till it drops down. Alright. Yeah, I can't craft that high yet. Alright. I just gave our Weaver friend the good news and he handed over this set of fancy duds as promised. Gotta say, it was worth the trouble. So, about my offer, you ready to become a Viper and protect folks from the nastiest beast that ever lived? Yes. A mighty fine answer. I'll make a Viper of you, just see if I don't. First order of business, let me give you this here soul crystal. It contains knowledge of our fighting arts passed down since ancient times from one generation of Vipers to the next. Assuming you've got the knack for it, our skills can be yours too. I've also got a fresh set of Viper gear for you. The Rivers Guild wanted to thank you for overseeing our hunt earlier, so they made you your very own outfit. Guess that fella took your measurements by eye or something. Oh, and the blades are a couple of spares I had handy. Try it on for size. Let me get a good look at you while you're at it. Yay! Complete! It's so beautiful. Whoa! Viper unlocked. Alright. I'm not gonna do that quest line for a long time. But it was a quest nonetheless. Do you want to put that in my rotation though? So I can just have it there. So let's go to we have inventory space, that's important. Lots. Scouting. No, we'll go for this for now. I'll figure that out later. You know what? Got the gear. I'll regret this later, I'm sure. I like my things in order. Unfortunately, this does take its time. Almost there. I don't know why I put Reaper here, but let's go down. There you go. This will get better as you get better on, better gear and stuff. So here we go. This should be interesting. Pretty good. It actually looks nice on her. Reminds me of Clayling from 11. I might find a new DPS class I like. Just by the look alone. Alright, but we're not here to do that. We're gonna now go back, continue on. Oh, what was this question here? Ooh, it's a level 1 quest. Go Paladin. Yep. Bottle Fantasy. The medicine merchant leers at you, his smile unnaturally wide. Ooh, Fantasia. I already got 2 of those. I just don't use them. I never paid for one. These are all free that came in. Why, hello there, lass. Care to make some easy kill? You need only deliver a file of my wares to a customer. I'll make it worth your while. Is this one of those swindles I'm supposed to report? So what happened with that? Oh heavens, no. This is a perfectly legitimate job, and I would never lie to you. It's simply not in my nature. Now that we understand each other, take this to the gladiator waiting on the steps of Nald. Once you receive his dues, bring them straight back here, and rest assured, I will know if you're even a gill short. Yeah, that Fantasia vial is going to go straight to where it belongs. With my retainer. Here we go. This is taking forever. Maybe it really was too good to be true. Mystery liquid. This elegant glass bottle is generously filled to the top. Though with what, you couldn't say. Here you go. Thank you, miss. I've been waiting for what felt like an age, but finally it's here. My miracle trout. Huh? Oh, you don't know what this is? This, my friend, is a phial of the most mysterious brew called Fantasia. Legend states that any who drink it before lying down for the evening awakens a new man or woman. My Coliseum debut is coming up, and I'm terribly nervous. So I thought this medication might bestow me with the self-confidence I lack. And that chiseled muscle body besides. I can't wait to show off in my sublagger. Take this to the medicine merchant with my compliments. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to make my dreams come true. Well, that was a fast quest. Good, you're back. And with my payment, I expect. A leather sack of coins. A heavy bag of gold happily offered for the little bottle of medicine called Fantasia. Every last guild accounted for. I knew you'd be right for the job. Now, for your payment. But what's this? Boy, that Lalafo grew. So did the armor. Wow. A friend of yours? I can't say I recognize him. My client? You mean that little Lalafellin gladiator? Your potion just turned a Lalafell into a here. Way to dodge my blame. Who's to say? I have no way of proving that man was indeed my client. But if it would sate your curiosity, I believe I can spare a file for your own experimentation. Now, my business here is done. We will meet again. We will meet again. We'll meet again someday. Though whether we recognize one another is less certain. Uh-huh. Well, that was a quick quest. Yeah, we're done. Wow. Alright. There you go. Add it to the pile. Alright. So I think that's it for what we'll do aside from these other Reaver, Black Mage, which I gotta get access to new areas for. And better gear. Miner, Goldsmith, Monk, Reaper. I don't have time. No, not that. And what do I have here? I don't know. Is there anything else up here? Let's see. We'll find out. Yeah, I think there were 4 or 5 new quests. That was about it. We have here Samurai, Gunbreaker, and that's it. Alright, let's go to everyone's favorite place of Limsa Laminsa. Don't remember if it's here or not. We'll find out. Yeah, that was the Fantasia side quest. Yeah. I already got 2 with... Yeah. Let's have a retainer hold on to those. Kaylin's my... This is the look she had in 11. Well, not the armor, but... This is her look from 11. With a... Well, this is actually fluffier tail than 11. Or is it per scale? I don't remember. I can't change. Hey, it's Yuna! Hi, Yuna! We have here Fisherman and Feast of Famine, which I'm not going to do yet. Wherever. Or I'm going to get that done. When I get the double mooch, then I will. It's hard enough with the double mooch. Well, can't say hard. It's long enough with the double mooch. Right, we have Culinarian, Scholar, and Blacksmith and Armor. So nothing here. Alright, let's go to Gridania. This wasn't going to take long, these 4 quests. Excuse me. Hey, for those that are joining you, thank you for joining. Hope you have a fantastic time tonight. Hope the weather's nice where you are. We're getting drenched here where I am. Alright, so what do you have here? Lance of a Lifetime, that's carpentry, I guess, woodworking. Okay, nothing here. Might just be 3 new quests. Here's the Pictomancer, Summoner, and yeah, there's just 1 left to go. All right, we'll go with that. Get some Pictomancer action here. There we are, the Cheerless here. Cheerless here. Wow, quite the name. Matron, help me. 1 more complaint this day, and I swear. So that's like me for last week. Forgive me my rambling, but please tell me you haven't come to make a complaint. I haven't? Is something amiss? Well, I should warn you that a Moogle has been making a nuisance of himself here in Gridania. The palm pests have been harassing adventurers in an attempt to rope them in some painting endeavor. Despite the lack of interest, he refuses to give up. You're an adventuring sort, are you not? If so, you'd be wise to give that Moogle a wide berth. Unless you are the artistic adventuring sort, I suspect he's still loitering the Etherite Plaza. If my tail has piqued your interest. Why are people complaining to him about a Moogle talking to people? To each their own, I guess. After this, I'll get straight to the Astrologian storyline. You there, Kupo? How would you like to do some painting? Not ordinary painting, mind you. Magic painting, where your works come to life. Your imagination's the limit. Uh-huh. No. Kupo nuts. Why would anyone give me a chance? There could be so much good with the power of Pictomancy. I might be interested in learning some. Yeah, I might be interested, sure. Pictomancy. Oh, what did you go about? You're not pulling my palm, are you? You really wish to know about Pictomancy? Truly? Hooray! Hooray! The name's Kupopo, and I'm extremely pleased to meet you, Kupo. I'm the inheritor of Pictomancer's soul crystal, and I seek a creative individual who can carry on this arcane artistry. A history lesson is in order. Pictomancy was conceived some 1,500 years ago in the dusk of the 5th astral era. All other schools of magic that originated during that time, such as black and white, are expressions of the catcher's will. Pictomancy relies on something even more abstract, the imagination. By channeling ether into a concept held in their mind's eye, a Pictomancer can give form to the formless. What? It's a bit tricky to wrap your head around, I know. That's precisely why the great Archon Realm, founder of Pictomancy, incorporated the painter's tool into our art. A gifted artist as well as a mage, Realm took up a brush instead of a staff and wielded ether like paint to give shape to her imaginings. In this way was Pictomancy born, a magical discipline unlike any other, Kupo. Now, Realm was a charitable soul and never ever used her powers for self-serving ends. She dedicated her life to aiding and defending those in need. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her Pictomancy, and it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. So how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say, a Realm reborn? Wow. Of course, yeah, let's go straight into that. Wonderful, Kupo. Your enthusiasm warms my heart. As I only have one soul crystal, however, I must ensure that I entrust it to the right person. Therefore, I must grant you this dazzling opportunity. I require that you attend a job interview. Seek me out at the Carlin Canopy and be sure to come prepared with your fanciest Pictomanciest answers for my 3 of very professional questions. Kupo? Alright, let's go towards the job interview. It's a serious job interview. was that again? Out here? Oh, there's a Moogle. Ah, there you are. I would have invited you to my cozy little hovel and put out tea and biscuits. Except I don't have a cozy little hovel. Or any home to speak of, for that matter. Such is the life of an itinerant Moogle, Kupo. I haven't a guilt in my name either, so I can't order us tea and biscuits. But we can avail ourselves of a table. Great. We got a table. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce this interview commenced, Kupo. Let's begin with the basics. Might I have your full name? Yep, my name doesn't matter. I'm of no import. No. Oh, how utterly mysterious. My palms all a-quiver. But that was actually a trick question, Kupo. I already know who you are, Miss Warrior of Light. Right, on to the next question. What do you consider your primary vocation? I'm between jobs at the moment. Yep, there you go. I apologize if I ask a sensitive question. But take heart, my friend. If you pass this interview, you'll become a certified pixomancer, and all the realm shall ooh and ah at you. And moving along to the next question. How would you rate your artistic abilities? My stick figure drawings are second to none. Trying to fail this. Well, I, for one, think stick figures are wonderful, as is your honest answer. You'd be pleased to know that pictomancy relies more on one's imagination than their artistic abilities, so don't fret about your guru's lack of the latter. Speaking of imagination, let's try and put yours to work. Tell me the first thought that enters your mind when you say Moogle. Pie. Furry little shites. Did I fail? I beg your pardon. That's a rather unsettling answer. But I suppose to the fine line between genius and madness, I won't dwell on it, Kupo. Now, this next question is very important. Someone's in trouble. What do you do? Ask what the reward is to see if it's worth the effort. I'm trying to fail. Can you actually fail this? Reward? That would mean you consider lending a hand, right? Yes? Yes? If I may ask a follow-up question, could you share a recent example of when you approached a soul in distress? Come again? I hear he's been inundated with complaints about my pictomancy pitches? Oh dear, that's rather disappointing, Kupo. But this isn't about me. What's important is that you are not want to ignore the plight of another. That willingness to serve a greater purpose in Emily Archon Realm's example is the key to becoming a true talented pixomancer. Having considered your answers, letting you become a pictomancer may have moderately disastrous repercussions. Still, I've made worse decisions in my life, and there's no denying you show promise. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Really? Okay. Woo! I tried to fail and I still passed. I deem you worthy of the soul crystal. However, I should warn you that it comes with some proverbial strings attached. A bit of emotional baggage, too. You see, several moons ago, I got into a terrible argument with my best friend. We went our separate ways and have not seen her since. I wish I could meet her again, try to reconcile more than anything. So if we hear aught of her during our journey together, I'd like you to lend me a helping hand. So, if we want to train as a pictomancer with this condition in mind, then the soul crystal is yours. Just say the word, Kupo. So apparently you can insult the guy and you still pass. Great. So, you still wish to be a pictomancer in full acceptance of my condition? Sure. Then as promised, I bestow upon you the Soul Crystal. And to help you get started, I prepared a set of equipment. Hopefully it fits, Kupo. After what I said to him, I'm surprised he didn't tell me to go Kupo myself. Alright. Let's get this into my listing and... Ooh, there's a bit of lag. Let's get this opened up. Here. And one more. There we go. There we go. I'll fix up this layout later. Alright. Let's go to Paladin. Actually, Astro. Yes, the new Astro is wearing Fierce Tyrant gear. Enjoy it, folks. Alright, so let's go to... What do I have to go for this? Actually, back at the door here. I gotta get the door sounds at my door. I'll be right back, folks. So what I'll do here, I'll still keep the video on. Hide this for a moment. Oh, that's not good. There we go. That's fine. I'll be back, folks. folks. Thank you for your patience. Alright, let's continue on the Astrologian quest. I don't know how long this would take. Hopefully not too long, but we do start off at level 30. Might actually be level 35. It's 30 or 35. 30, which is fine. Where am I going? Levana, Leveva, Underscored, and Quimpere. I find it highly unlikely that a sparkling globe will sufficiently protect you from a bandit blade. Stay back and leave the fighting to me. I've been a guide in these woods since my 10th name day, yet never have I encountered bandits the likes of these. They are not of the Twelves Wood. Fortune favors the bold. Now listen carefully, for we haven't much time. The star globe which you hold is both your sword and your shield. It will grant you strength as well as protection. And most important of all, it will grant you insight in the current location of the stars, enabling you to channel the heavens ether into your body for use in all manner of magics. The better attuned you become with the heavens and their malefic and benefic bodies, the better that ether might be manipulated to bring succor or pain. Alas, but as you already know, the star globe is not the only tool an astronomer has at her disposal. Yes, the arcana, or more specifically, the 6 major arcana, play a defining role in what type of astrologian you will become. Any layman will tell you that the cards can predict a man's future. This is both true and untrue. It is not the future that a card predicts, but the card influencing the man so that a certain future becomes more attainable. Seeking to tell a man's fortune, you draw a card from your deck. Upon reading the card, you scry that the man will be victorious in the coming battle. What is it that brings this man his victory but either tap from one of the lore 6/7s granting the man strength, making it all that much easier for him to overcome his enemy. Of course, what card you draw is linked directly to the target's destiny, as well as yours. And you, the one who will see this man to fortune, or will you lead him to downfall? It all depends on your reading. Normally, I would not dare cover so much in the first lesson, but it is my grandfather who had placed his life in your hands, and I'm not about to watch him have his throat slit because you cannot tell the face of an arcana from his back. We have 2 seemingly capable soldiers here to take the brunt of the bandit's blows. Allow them to carve a trail of carnage while you convince the stars to nudge the 2 in a direction favorable to my kin. I understand this must be a lot to digest, but if you are ever to become a capable astrologian, you must believe this is the path laid out before you, and in your power to read it, follow it, and ultimately control it. Take your time to acclimate yourself to your new abilities, and let me know when you are ready to begin. Yeah, I'm a little bit beyond level 30. I see in your eyes that you're ready. Whether that actually makes you ready or not, only time will tell. Time, unfortunately, is something we no longer have in abundance. No, of course not. I just was allowed to level up 20 in there, right? Let us take to the shadows and find out where these bandits are holding my grandfather. May the stars be our guides. Yeah, turn that around, Lena. Balance goes to you. Get that was it. This is a card from my grandfather's deck. He's leaving us a trail to follow. Oh my. Oh, the balance. Okay. I already had that, but okay. Guys, people. Okay. Okay, guys, go. People. Come on, guys. Fine. Here, go. Here. Good job, guys. There's more? Oh, the arrow? Okay. Just go. Get him, guys. Go. Oh, the arrow. Okay. Can you guys attack him instead of me doing it for... No? Okay. Okay, guys, you guys can take a break. Here. I think you need help. Here. Oh, these guys are... Why is he kneeling? Oh, the bowl. Doing? Go, do something. What is she pointing at? Right. Hi, tree. Of course. Don't worry, guys. I got this. The spear. Hey, he's using flash. I'd like to have flash. What happened to flash? You know what? These guys can handle this. Oh, there's an eye there. I'll take care of this little guy. Duty complete. I was told there'd be 2 astrologians, not 3. Enough of this. I am Queen Pere, in the employ of Lord Jacques Renard. I am sent to escort you back to Ishgard. Are you unhurt, my lord? Jacqueline, you say? And where is my former student? His constant pestering is one of the reasons I agreed to make the long trip from the old world. I see none but Queen Pere and this adventurer. I too have seen no other. Just like you didn't see those bandits until their knives were on our arses. But that is of no matter. It was all as the stars had foretold. Yep. Yes, I saw this adventure long before even setting foot on this accursed continent when the Arcana whispered and told me I would find a worthy successor for my soul crystal. And having witnessed how she eased into her new role, but mere moments after taking up the crystal globe and deck. Yes, I knew at once my reading was true, and that this adventure was the Astrologian I had been seeking. But now, let us see if she has the potential for greatness within her. Flowers. Look at the skies, Cleland, and there you see 6 stars aglow in pale yellow. This is the bowl. I thought this was cool. I like to see. This constellation is thought to be the gate to the first heaven. The heaven which holds the world tree, planted by the matron and nurtured by the keeper. The world tree is the source from which all life is said to have sprung. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right up here. The trunk of the world tree, or the bowl, grants strength to the weak, allowing them to stand firm in the face of adversity. You've now opened that gate, and its power is yours to command. A solid bowl represents a solid foundation. It is not coincidence that this very constellation is risen to mid-heaven at this very moment. The moment of a new astrologian's birth. And to think, I saw all this a moon ago. It seems I'm a better reader of fates than I thought. But I jest. It has been a long journey, much more than its share of unexpected excitements. I'm an old man, and one does not need a deck of arcana to see that my weary legs will not carry me much longer. Let us make haste to Ishgard, so I may give that ungrateful Jean Quinard a proper upbraiding. The bowl blazes in welkin, unlocking the gate to the first heaven. Hey, look, it's daytime now. Finally get you. Othard Hingashi. Huh. Well, let's go here. Foundation. Yeah. We don't need flash anymore. What is that? Foggy skies in Ishgard today. I think this should get me close to where I want to go. Maybe. Yep. These other small quests I'll do at a later stream. Some of the slight range of other Final Fantasy games. It's cool. Jean Quinard. Jean Quinard, not Jean. Jean. Jean Quinard. 15 summers passed, and still the flippant clod I lost half my hair tutoring. Sending an adventure to find the man you summoned halfway across Heidelin. Always taking the easy route, and you wonder why you still haven't been able to open the second heaven's gate. I don't wait to explain, Professor. You see, I was waiting here in case you made it to Ishgard before my manservant in Clayland could locate you. Think of the confusion had you arrived here only to find the I only find the Athenium empty. Wait, how did you know I had open all the gates? My grandfather is the greatest astrologer in all of Chilean. There is naught he does not know unless he doesn't wish to know it. You of all people should know that. Perhaps I was hasty in my decision to remain here and see to your training. Train me? You? But what a Professor Mace! Isn't that why he made the journey? My grandfather's already completed his task. He simply came to escort out of courtesy to an old people, one who it appeared he wasted years on. Wasted? What do you imply, milady? Ah, my dear Lavina, you still do not see it, do you? Without Jean Crenard stumbling into my tutelage nearly 2 decades past, he never would have taken this adventure under his wing and sent her to us in his stead. It was all as the stars have planned. Your soul crystal, Professor. This adventure has stolen your soul of the Astrologian. Ever the unobservant, Jean. If this adventure had stolen my crystal, Lavina would have read up some terrible fate for the lass. No, Clayland is my successor. Something I mistakenly thought you would be, but even I cannot see every future, it seems. But do not despair. I have not given up on you completely. Despite your failings, you have tried your best to promote the Chilean School of Astrology here in this den of fools who fail to see aught and all beyond the Dragon Star. I wish to see you continue this fight, and that is why I bade Lavina to remain here and further yours and this adventurous training. I see. This is all rather overwhelming. Might have some time to consider your words. No. You can either continue your training with me or your protege, or you can crawl back to obscurity. I shall give you both several turns of the sun to study the basics of Chilean astrology. It should not be so hard for you, Jean Crenal, considering you've had a substantial head start. Once you're committed the basics to memory, then return here. In the meantime, I will be traveling your area, searching for locations where Clayland and you will unlock the remaining Heaven's Gates. But you're only recently set upon by bandits. Perhaps traveling alone so soon is unwise. Don't you think I know that? This is why you will be lending me the services of your able manservant, Quimpere. I will. I will. Yes, of course. Yes, of course, Lady Lavina. Anything for the granddaughter of Chilean's finest professor of astrology. Quimpere, you heard the lady. Quimpere? Yeah, I'm messing up my French accent today. Very good. I shall see my grandfather to the airship landing now. But rest assured, if you neglect in your studies, I will know. Complete. That was one of the first one. Right. Let's continue on. Hanging in the balance. Greetings, Clayland. The stars tell me you have rigorously followed Lavina's training regimen. Though I harbor doubts that go out and do things while I trapeze about the realm constitutes a regimen. So, she's all we have, so I suppose we will have to make do. And, as the stars would have it, she has just sent word that she is ready for us to attempt the opening of the second Heaven's Gate. You are aware of the seven heavens, are you not? Just as there are 7 realms of the underworld, so too are there 7 realms of the firmament, each of the first 6 representing the 6 basic elements: earth, ice, water, wind, lightning, and fire. The seventh and final heaven, representing the element's astral polarity. The first 6 heavens are represented by the 6 constellations, with which each revolve around the pole star. Astrologians of the Chilean school draw on the ether contained in the celestial bodies represented in the constellations by unlocking or opening the gate to heaven that constellation is correlated with. There's no actual gate. There's no actual gate. Think of it more as a portal to the soul. You're opening your mind, allowing for attunement with these distant bodies, much like one attuned with an etherite, but on a far grander scale. Now, this may come as somewhat of a revelation, but Hadalin is not flat like most believe. It is in fact a sphere so large that we can walk upon it. It only appears to be flat. Because it is a sphere, there are some locations better suited than others for observing certain constellations. That is what Levina is doing right now, finding a location in which the next heaven's gate will rise to a position directly in mid-heaven. It will be easiest to attune with. And it seems she has found one, near the final prayer in Eastern Tanalan. Hanging on a prayer? Hanging in the balance? Fine. Tanalan? Why is it raining almost every time I've noticed it lately? Even in real life, it's just rain, 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 rain. Then I can't complain. Last year was just so hot almost every single day. Even in here was just sweltering. I live in a pretty cool place. Just happy my house is not flooding like it did a few years ago. That was annoying. There? Oh! Yeah, in the burning wall. Alright. Watch, it's gonna stop raining, so just start the cutscene. Quimpedec. The journey here was uneventful, but the moment we arrived, we were set upon by bandits. I had no trouble driving them away, but I feared they may return again in numbers. Focus on your training, milady, and I shall keep watch. I don't believe my travel would sure have taken me this far south. A tad dusty for my taste, and warm, and dry, and brown. Dry. This is dry. Alright, let's go. Here at last. Bandits have kept poor Quimpedec busy, harrying our camp since we arrived. I do believe the old man enjoys the excitement. However, I'm certain it beats wiping the arse of a noble brat whoring away his uncle's fortune while dreaming of becoming a real astrologian. I am very well capable of wiping my own arse. Thank you very much. And Quimpedec has never once complained of his duties. Of course he hasn't. Your uncle pays him with a smile and a nod, and I'm sure a comfortable position in the pillaged beach chasing after cloud rats with a broom to flavor his soup. Overhit the banter, milady, because I was led to believe you'd be unlocking a celestial gate. You'll find Quimpedec has a good many uses, and haven't the faintest doubt that he will be able to handle any ruffians who happen to come stumbling about looking for prey. Now, Claylan and Jean Crenard, we must be patient and wait for the constellation to reach its highest and brightest point. A point at which flows of ether is the strongest in relation to Heidelin. Raining even more. Is this dry for you? Hang on, let me check. I don't know. I don't think this is dry. Are these dry? Dry raindrops? Dry drops? Is that what they are? Dry drops? Okay. Anyways, I'm done. Dry drops. It stopped raining. Now it's dry. There, Clayton. The balance. Focus on the constellation and attune to its power. The balance represents the fire, a realm made prosperous by the blessing of the traders, but at the same time, one whose equilibrium is maintained by the divine judgment of Izima, the warden. Izima's might will empower those who take up their blades and meet divine punishment in the name of the Sun Goddess. That just so happens to be Clayton's guardian, Izima. And thus has the balance burned crimson in your heart, unlocking the gate to the second heaven. That's a fan. Looks like a dancer. And Izima uses fans. Interesting. Now, let us speed ourselves to the next location. Little Alamigo. Why so soon, you ask? It was rather that I had you commit yourself to another several moons of using malefics to hunt down hedge moles. I thought not. Hedge moles! Unlocking the second gate. The balance blazes in the Wilkin. I guess we'll get out of the dry rain. Oh, there you go. Here we go. Look at those brass blades. Oh, I can't help. Sorry, guys. Too high. High level. Too high level. Jean complains of the sand, only because he sees it as a nuisance. The sand can be a wonderful thing if you know of its benefits. For example, it can be used to polish your mail or recover your body at night to stay off the desert cold. Am I boring you, milady? Smart man. Survivalist. One game my first 17 years, and now look at me. Perhaps my previous methods of training were not the most efficient. Be patient, Claylan. Allow the stars to make their ascent into mid-heaven. Once they have, survey the sky and let the power run through you. Raise your eyes to the stars and witness the violent glow of the spire. In the third heaven rises an iron tower of spinning gears and taut springs constructed by the builder himself. It is assailed without cease by the jealous Ralger, but the destroyer's mighty 11 bolts only sever to power the spire's clockwork soul. It is through the blessing of both chaos, creation, and destruction that strength is granted to she who sees her stars rise under this sign. You now open the gate, and the power is yours to command. Alexander? Maybe? Or if you look at it this way, it actually looks like the Crystal Tower. This being Dalamud. Interesting. Using the Arcana to draw upon the powers of the stars they represent. This path we walk as astrologers is called the Royal Road. It can be treacherous and fraught with peril, but it can lead men and women to greatness. The spire blazes in the Wilkin, unlocking the gate to the third heaven. Your realm is quite the paradox. On one hand, it is full of life, magic, and wonder, one of the richest lands of all Heidelin. On the other, it is literally brimming over with strife. Take little Alamigal, the wretched souls displaced from their homes by the flames of war, or Ishgard, mired in its own pointless conflict with an enemy so old that it does not even remember why it fights. The foolish believe that it is their fate to suffer, and so they turn their gaze away from the stars. When those self-same stars have the power to show people there are so many paths. But that power can only be channeled by the few, those like me and you, and to a lesser extent, Jean Crenard. And it is our duty to use that power to benefit those who remain lost or misguided. Remember that, and maybe one day you will truly become my grandfather's successor. That is exactly what I've been trying to tell the astrologers of my home nation. Why disregard something that has the power to grant succor to the wounded, the power to lift the downtrodden, to weaken the weak, to strengthen the weak? The answer to that is easy. Empowering those without power lessens the power of those who already have it. Heal the weak so they might rise up and topple those who made them weak. Why would anyone in a position of power do that? Even our great nation of learning is corrupted by this manner of thought. We hoard our knowledge that we might remain the brightest. Why do you think it took so long for Professor Mace to visit you, Jean Pinard? Yes, I know what he told you. That was not the whole of it. Those of the ruling quarter did their damnedest to stand in the way of my grandfather, worried that his passion for his field would kindle widespread interest in Chilean astrology. They only allowed him on his recent trip, knowing he's now too old to do aught of the sort. Fortunately, the ruling quarter did not realize that I would be accompanying my grandfather. Claylan, these past turns of the sun have been most fruitful. Yet while you have opened half of the heaven's gates, there's still much we would like to refer to as the royal road ahead of you. Take with you what you have learned here in the southern deserts and transform that knowledge into strength. If you wish to know more of the royal road, I suggest you should discuss it with Jean Pinard back in his guard. If my grandfather is to be believed, his time-transcribing tomes back at the Studium Scriptorium should have left him more than capable of handling that task. Back to this guard we go. Ethernet this time. That was good. To know more of the royal road. I seem to recall it had something to do with reassessing the attributions of an arcanum before reading it, which would result in a slight alteration of predestination. Perhaps it had to do something with the kings and queen of the minor arcana. It was over a decade ago. Ooh, I get an ability in this one? I was missing this ability. Are you doing well, Clayton? Well then, at least that makes two of us. Why can I keep such important news from you, Clayton? Lady Livina and Campele just last night fell victim to another ambush at the hands of bandits. The ever-resourceful Kimparan proved his infallible worth once again, with a dashing display of chivalry that would shame any knight in the sea. A statement that attests to the sorry state of our knights. But that is a chat we can have over a different cup of tea. When Lady Lavinette attempted to retire to a room at that filthy inn in the Broom, I had her solely disused second floor cleared and furnished with trappings of my own from my own home. She's up there now and asked to see you the moment you arrived. Alright, let's go upstairs, guys. That's it for this? Climb stairs, okay. Ooh. What are we looking at? Constellations. Wait, you don't seem all that surprised to see me here. Did Jean Crenard tell you of the attack? Damn the fool. And I thought I told him to keep his mouth shut. Though I suppose I bear some of the fault for even thinking he could do as he was told. You couldn't hear him on the first floor? Wow. She can see, but she needs ears. Now, I suppose you're wondering why I summoned you here to these makeshift chambers. And no, it has not to do with the bandit attacks. Bandit attacks, it appears, are much more common in your realm than I thought. There are times when the heavens may provide you with a vision of the future that is slightly beyond your original aim. In these cases, the stars are not flawed, only out of order. So, by shuffling a card back into the deck, we have no way of ignoring how denying a future, merely positioning a reading intended for a later date, and replacing it with something that better pertains to the present. I trust that you'll pick up this technique swifter than Jean Quinard. Wow, that was a fast quest. We climbed a set of stairs. Alright. That's a lot different than I remember. Alright, let's put this where I'd like to put it, right up here. I'm not so useless anymore. Are you ready, my pupil? The gate of the fourth heaven awaits. However, the location I have chosen for attunement will not remain the most optimal for long. You were to travel with Jean Quinard, and I'll make the journey with Kim Perrin. There are no objections? Good. If it is Lady Nirvana you see, she just left with Kim Perrin for Limsa. If you make haste, you might still be able to catch him at the airship landing. Me? As much as I would like to indulge myself on the pillars of Rotano pleasure barges, there is a congress to be held in the vault, and all the prominent houses have been summoned. My presence at such an event would be sorely missed, so I fear this next lesson must needs proceed without me. I'm certain that Lady Lavina will understand. I can always open the third gate another day, or was it the fourth? Third or fourth, it makes no matter. It is of no matter. The stars certainly will not be going anywhere. Alright. Let's go to Limsa. If I talk to him, he'll bring me to the Sea of Clouds, so we gotta do this way. Now, when I go do the main story quest, I'm probably gonna start with the Sea of Clouds. The main reason behind my choice of that is when I did this with Andine, I went to the eastern Corthus Westlands first. This would be a nice way to change it up. Since we have to do both anyways. Welcome to Limsa. Milady, the Lady Lavina is missing. We disembarked the airship together, but became separated in the chaos at the landing. Seeing as how the lady has found herself the victim of bandit attacks twice since arriving in Eurasia, I fear she may be targeted once again, especially considering the location. This is my first time setting foot in Limsa, but I have been made aware of its landmarks. Might I suggest we search independently so that we might cover more ground? I will start with several of the seemingly more disreputable locations, such as the Drowning Wench, the Astrologian, and the Missing Member. Would you be so kind as to search the Fisherman's Bottom and the Coral Tower? Let us meet at the Seventh Stage once our survey is complete. Alright. Kev. Huh. She plays a role in the Astrologian quest? That's interesting. Maybe I just never noticed it before. Or did this. We'll see. 20 odd summers since I spilled from me Ma's loins, and I ain't once ever heard the word Astrologian. Now in the span of 2 bloody bills, I gone and made myself not one, but an honest-to-goodness pair of alive star goppers. Didn't see what the other fair skin last burgled off to. Ones on that though off end up on the pleasure barges if you catch me drift. Huh. Didn't expect the cave to be there. Where's Coral Tower? Oh, that's the upper deck. Okay. So, remember from the road quest is actually remember this one's Astrologian lately. And just continue on down this road to talk to a couple of folks here. So is this guy from the Marauders Guild? Another Astrologian? How odd. It's not often that even our city-states, known for its diversity, welcomes a single reader of the stars through its gate, let alone two. And on the same day, no less. Yes, I took a few moments from my duties to speak with her about the city-state. She seemed quite interested in her dealing with the Sahagan, the Serpent Reavers, and the Guardian Empire. I told her what I could, but she left after only a few moments. It was as if she thought she was being pursued, but the Charlene was gone before I could assign her a yellow jacket escort. I guess the other one's in the basement? Bramba. Aye, I seen me a stuffy lass in rum garb pointing her lovely head in the holes where weren't wanted. I swear we get one so worldly down the gurgling billy of the tower. I had the heart trying to work out what the fuss was about. The maid inquired as to where she might find herself a nip or two of some of the strong stuff, so I pointed in the direction of our resident apothecary, cavilling over at the 7th stage. 7th stage it is. Is that logged out? Hang on, folks. Sorry, folks, I just noticed something I was curious on. Hang on, folks. I need to do something quickly. One quick one, folks. Thank you for your patience. Alright. So we can fix that later. One moment so I can get this done. Alright. Okay, so let's continue on with this. There you go. Found what I was looking for. Sorry, there's a message I want to remove. Alright, let's continue back on, shall we? There we go, that's a lot better. Sorry for the wait, guys. Gerard, Taverlin, and Quimpere. The Lady La Viva. You said she was an astrologian, yes? It may have been many summers, but there was a time when I, too, dreamed of reading the stars. To think, if I had a teacher as lovely as her, my life might have taken a different direction. Lady Cleland, I bid good tidings. The Lady Lavina is scheduled to return here within a matter of bells. It seems she entered a contract with Calverley for the purchase of several of the apothecary's wares. An interesting girl, this one. Very rarely do we see young maidens walk the Leminson streets without escort. And almost never do they come to me seeking, spice. Still, I suppose she did appear quite easy, as if being watched or followed. Suspicions, I must say, not uncommon in our fair city. Might she be in some manner of trouble? Those few who agreed to speak with me at the drowning wench and the missing member claimed the same. My short stay on the Astrologian bore no fruit whatsoever. Where would you find? What were you able to find, my lady? Oh, what was I able to find? Whoops. I see. So we have ascertained that the lady is being followed, and that she is aware of the fact. But if this is the case, I believe she will attempt to move somewhere she will be in plain sight, as of many as possible. I doubt that will help in this town. Kidnappings and killings are conducted in broad daylight here, and when they happen, most people just keep their heads down as to not have them removed from their shoulders. 12, damn this town. Milady, I shall set out once more and try to locate Lady Lavina. There's still the chance that she may return here on her own, so I ask that you remain in case she does. If she does not return at the rendezvous point, if she does not return at the rendezvous point at the rendezvous point by the time of her scheduled meeting with Cavalier, then we shall both go to one location that is most populated after the sun falls in Limsa, the drowning wench. The sun has already fallen. There is no sun. I guess I'm waiting. Commence battle for slings and arrows. Let's go. It appears that your companion is tied up. Not literally, I hope. Perhaps you should head to the wench and see if she's there with your, like your friend believes. Though I fear that if she did not make it that far, you may never find her again. At least not alive. Worry not, my starry-eyed friend. If by chance she were to arrive here after your departure, you have my word that no harm shall come to her while she remains behind the Seven Sages' doors. Okay, not here. Townsperson. A woman in black? That's wrong with... What? What's wrong with the woman standing before you? I might have seen her last scurrying off to the High Line. Nothing down here? Of course not. Hello. Oh no! Yeah, you're a little bit too late, buddy. Okay. Here. I was just down there. Another imposter. Different fiery fist. How many of these damn rogues are there? Oh, you actually almost hurt here. Ah! Which one is Lady Lavina? Hey, look. I'll join in this. You. Launch another. Lady Lavina, you have my apologies. It was my fault I allowed us to become separated. Do not blame yourself, Grandpa. I sensed danger at the landing, and it was my instinct to run, as ever I have. I forgot that I could trust you. Unfortunately, by the time I realized such, there was no sign of you. So I did what I could to blend in, choosing crowded places, speaking with as many locals as possible. Though all that while feeling their unseen eyes watching my every move. By the time I realized that my pursuers were simply leading me away from you, night had already fallen, giving them the perfect opportunity to strike. It was then that I witnessed several of the bandits had disguised themselves in garbs similar to mine. I assumed this was to confuse the three. 2 of you still searching for me. It was then I conceived the idea to play the part of an imposter myself. Why hide in the shadows when I can hide in plain sight? That was quite brilliant of you, Lady Lavina. May I ask, were you at any time able to discern who these pursuers were? The amount of effort put into your capture would suggest that they are more than pirates looking to sell you to slavers. Unfortunately, no. And I wasn't about to walk up and ask them who they were or who hired them. But that is all behind us now. Let us see if we can salvage something from this terrible night. The 4th gate ascends nearby, Clayland. Shall we not see it made yours? To the anchor yard. Well, I'll be a barnacle and a kraken's ours. If it ain't the star gopping lass you come to scry us our fortunes. Tell us, which one of you be dying first, like? The beet red knight with the carp in his codpiece, or that stern-faced venture on her high hobby horse? God damn it, how many pirates are in this godforsaken hell? No, I started this one. Help. Oh, this will work. Oh, that's good. Come back here. Ah! Ah! Cayman. Crowbar. Huh. Okay. Thanks, you too. Lay down them weapons, or I'll cut the old man a new grin under his chin. I cannot believe that actually worked. Nor can I. But then again, never I fought someone so credulous. Now, let us do this. Let us do this as they do in the Fear Babes. You step over here, I let the man go. Easy peasy. Wait, I know you. You're the bandit leader who attacked Lady Lavina's grandfather in the Black Shroud. Someone's has a good memory for being so on in years. Well then, this changes everything. First off, I can finally drop this annoying pirate accent. And secondly, I suppose I can simply kill you now, rather than have to pretend to let you go once the lady has drawn close enough. Stop right there. Unhand that man, or I have your head tarred and on the prow of a galley by cockcrow. First, maniacal marauders, then feline fishers, now the Commodore of the Swiving Thalassocraty. Wow, I can't speak today, I'm sorry, folks. And now the Commodore of the Swiving Thalassocraty. Blah blah blah. Of the Thalassocratic Navy. Wow, I said it right, the Thalassocratic Navy. How many more gods is this machine going to drop on me? Until next time, Lady Lavina. You have my apologies. I was a fool to fall for the bandit's trick. Amazing. In all my years, that was the first time I've ever seen that feigning death trick actually work. But now is not a moment to be dwelling on our remaining failings. I have a dastard to apprehend. You would be surprised how often people run after being told to stop right here. Stop right there. Lady Lavina, that pirate. She was the same bandit who... Yes, I know. And that changes little. If I still have no idea who she may be, or who she was working for. There's naught we can do until the Commodore brings the woman to justice. Or until she decides to strike us again. What we can do is what we came here for. Clayland's training. Hey, for those that are joining, thank you for joining. Hoping you have a fantastic day so far. Now, look to the stars and behold the arrow. Must be the green one. The fourth heaven, or the heaven of wind, was created atop a lofty peak by Ashan the Wanderer, whose footsteps has been guided by the navigator. The wind that blows off Limian seas guides the arrow fast and true, and so shall it deliver the weary souls of those trapped in a mire of confusion, indecision, and over-contemplation. Yeah, that looks like Ashan in a way. The fourth heaven has opened its gates, allowing you access to its sacred penetralia. From this day forth, its power is yours to interpret and wield. That power will further aid you as you continue to hone your skills. Now, let us return to Ishgard. I have a few words for a certain student of mine who felt inclined to forego this particular lesson. The arrow blazes in the Wilkin, unlocking the gate to the fourth heaven. Alright, let's go hand this in. Yeah, so I'm going to finish off Astrologian for sure today. At least up to level 50. I'm going to wait till I'm level 60 to actually finish off the rest of the quest. Just so we can have like a nice streamline of storyline. Instead of having to go through Nuding, Plus, and consistently. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, I did use that, but... Yeah, we'll get to those leaves later. We're going to the Athenaeum Astrologicum. Astrologicum. Astrologicium. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe. Ah, Clayland. You might have had the decency to warn me that Lady Lavina was in a mood with me for not joining you. She seemed to think I was to blame for your misadventures. Now, why would that be? It's not as if my being there would have prevented the bandits from attempting to abduct Lavina. these being the same bandits who attacked you in the Black Shroud, which, by the way, is another location I was not at. This is plainly something far beyond our control. And furthermore, it is not as if I was merely sipping cordials and waltzing with baronets. I was helping further our cause. I spoke with several high-ranking cardinals about Lady Lavina being granted the opportunity to speak at the vault regarding Chilean astrology. What do you think of that? I was politely turned down, of course, but it is the gesture. The gesture that will one day lead to another gesture, which will one day lead to a head and incline slightly to the general direction of another gesture. Little steps, my protege. Little steps. Here we go. Greetings. Your timing, my friend, is impeccable. For it just so happens that at this very moment I need of your assistance. With a lovely Lady Lavina having been out making yourself a target for every cutthroat and cur in the realm, I have been focusing my efforts with our main objective. Training? Pah, there'll be time enough for that later. No, I speak of our ultimate goal is spreading knowledge of the Chilean School of Astrology throughout the Holy See. As you know, the Vault recently turned down my request to allow Lady Lavina to speak before them, but I'm not one to be turned away so easily. No, I have a plan and entreat Chief Astrologian Faltamont to draw up an official recommendation. The Vault will not be so quickly dismiss the words of a man of such standings. Yes, I know mine uncle loathes me with a passion rarely ever seen in young lovers, and there is really no reason why he would not aid our cause, being a staunch opponent of change and all. But that does not mean we cannot try, and if we fail, well then we can try again, and again, and again, until he is so annoyed that he writes us the recommendation simply to see us out of his thinning hair. And by we, I mean you. Considering how red the Chief Astrologian became the last time I visited him, I reasoned it would be detrimental to my uncle's health should I arrive at a place of research, and we most certainly would not want him to fall ill or collapse before he pundits that recommendation. Yay! We have to annoy someone. You're right. You were right. Yeah, it looks like all these quests, at least the first part of Astrologian, are based off the cards. If I go to the journal, what we've already completed. Stairway to the heavens. Well, that's for fun. Favor, fortune, the bowl, hanging in the balance. A lesson in patience. Right? Slings and arrows. The crown is you're right. And someone's gonna do something with. We have to inspire. Oh. Who knows? Who does he disturb me at this fine moment? By Jacques' new scullery maid? I suppose he came here for this? Jacques never ceases to amaze, does he? Not only does the loud have the nerve to ask me for aid, but then he refuses to do me the common courtesy of accepting that aid in person. Even the entitled little shite more worried about his popularity amongst the fairer sex than how his actions disgrace the family's name. The slack jaw. I suppose you're wondering why in the world I, of all people, would agree to such nonsense. Well, it is simple. Allowing the heathen astrologer to dig her own grave in front of the entire vault and his guardian astrologian community will only serve to accomplish what I wished from the very start. Chilean astrology has no place in Ishgard. It has no place in yours. It has no place in this world. It is dangerous and it serves no purpose but to take our eyes off what is truly important, using astrology to free us from the dragon menace and ensure man's return to Halon's kingdom. Levina's dithering will only make that much more clear. Agent Canard? Perhaps this will finally spell his downfall. He has only been allowed to continue this nonsense because he is harmless, too caught up in the luxury of being in line and Count de Durand's title to actually put forth any real effort in furthering his cause. Chilean astrology is but an oddity which he can boast about at balls to get him in bed with the slantily maids of lower houses. His father has protected him thus far, but allowing him and this lady to speak, there will be no brushing under the rug that the shame this brings forth. Jean Canard will be finished. Sorry, I'm drinking lots today. True. I did get the Led Zeppelin references. Before I write away, once Chief Astrologian Faltamont has denied my request for a letter of recommendation, so we might begin work on our next request. Formal request. A letter to the Holy See officially requesting the assembly of Ishgard's top astrologers to discuss matters of the utmost import. Is this? It cannot be. It is. The seal of Faltamont. How did you? What did you say? No, wait. Mayhap it is better that I do not know. Well, this changes everything. I have to arrange another meeting with the Vault, summon the Cardinals to Durand Manor. We will need wine, and spare stuffed pheasant, and pheasant stuffed goose, and goose stuffed chocobo, and bars, a whole troop, not eat, of course. No, I feel I'll no longer be able to join you on Lady Lavina's next opening at the gates. Do give her my regards, though, when you see her in Mordona. Oh, I'm going to Mordona. Sounds great. Quinpanel's here. Is Guardian Astrologian? Please, I cannot go back with them. Milady! Bandits! They look like his Guardian bandits. For once, we were not the bandits' targets. We came across this young woman as she was being dragged into the hills. Though we drove her abductors away, I suspect they have already mustered the courage for a second attack. It's a good thing you and John... It is a good thing you arrived when you did. This girl claims she's a student of the Athenaeum, and recently overheard Jean Canard mention that he would be conducting another gate opening in Mordona. She journeyed here on her own in hopes of having the chance to witness your astromancy firsthand. I see, we give her something to remember. Let's. deal with you first. No, the other one, okay, fine. Hey, buddy. Send in the hungry. Oh, there's more. There we go. 2 Feeney, all done. Well, not all done, still have a couple more requests maybe. You have my apologies, Lady Lavina. I did not think. Your only apology was that insatiable thirst for knowledge. A realm where one must apologize for being a victim is no realm worth living in. But why would those men attack me? I believe it is now quite obvious that these bandits were not meant for you, but for me. It would seem that certain parties fear the spread of Chilean astrology, and will stop at naught to prevent it. My Chilean constellation chart, the bandits, it must have been torn when they seized me. Here, you can take mine. I have the stars committed to memory. I don't know how I'll ever be able to, but when I think of something, just you wait, I will repay this kindness tenfold. Lady Lavina, you mentioned something about certain parties wanting to prevent the spread of Chilean astrology. Have you any idea who that might be? I do, but I shall require more proof before I can be certain. You and Clayton should be able to assist me with that. However, as they say, first things first, we have a gate to open. Another Astrologian. Clayton, the 5th heaven awaits. Open your mind and become one with the stars. It's a bunny, Astro. Lavina mentioned before that those in power are not wanting those below them to rise up. Could that have something to do with the attacks? There, the Ur. Focus, Clayton. Focus and let the constellation's ether twine with your own. It is said through the fifth heaven flows a mighty river, carrying the waters spilled forth from the scholar's vessel. And in that water is the strength of all that have come before and all who will follow. Through spun from the means loom, through from which might and metal is weaved. And now the power of the ewer is forever yours, and forever shall it point you to victory. While I cannot forgive our patron to skipping yet another of his lessons, I cannot deny the passion hidden deep beneath all his caution may have its uses. Word of our field is spreading, and our inherent nature has begun to stir. Curiosity is proving the better motivator than skepticism and faith. Our time may come soon. Your blazes in awoken, unlocking the gate to the fifth heaven. Alright, let's go back to this card. Hello. Do not tell me Lady Lavina has attacked. Lady Lavina was attacked again? I knew it. And without the reading, my talents grow by the day. What is this you claim? A fellow Astrologian was moved by my words and went to witness the unlocking? This is amazing. I wonder who could it be, though? I would certainly recall speaking in detail with a young mind. I must find this woman and hold another special lesson with her. Lesson? Ah, that reminds me. Lady Lavina asked me to teach you a new technique before you head to open the fifth heaven's gate. Which you've already gone and done. But it appears you were able to overcome your ordeal without it. Yes, exactly according to my lesson plan. You still wish me to teach you the technique? Very well then, though I do not really see the point. Yay, gravity! Divinations of Astrologians transcended echo deep within your soul. I like this here. Alright, this should be the last. Yeah, looks like this is the last one for Astrologian. Let's finish this off. Jankanad is nigh ready to burst with excitement. Make the Viscount wait any longer, and there's certain to be a wardrobe misfunction. Oh no! Lady Lavina tells me you're nearly ready to open the sixth and final gate. Yes, I said final. We all know there are 7 heavens, but open the 7th is impossible. Well, except upon death, of course. An attempt to attune to the pole star would be sheer madness, but most certainly spell your doom. But look at me. Even now attempted to tutor the great Clayland, when it is obvious your talents far surpass mine. Forgive me. Lady Lavina has yet to depart for the location of the final gate. Doubtless she fears yet another bandit attack, but whatever the reason, she remains on the 2nd floor and asks that you visit her at your earliest convenience. You have come far since that fateful day your paths first crossed in the Black Shroud, and now here we are, on the cusp of your attunement with the 6th heaven. Time truly waits for no woman, does it? Before we set forth on this task, I wish to teach you of a technique known as synastry. By temporarily enjoining your fate with that of companions, they will reap the star's benefit as do you. As a passable journeyman astrologian, you already wield sufficient control over ether. You need only focus it upon establishing a bond with your chosen ally to achieve synastry. Yay! I learned an ability. Okay, check it out. There's one more quest, I guess. Alright. Emanations of astrologers transcended deep, echo deep within your soul. Alright, let's finish this off. Right. I guess I don't need those, but still. I believe you're ready to attune with the final constellation. The location of the next lesson is actually not far. I assume your travels have taken you to Camp Dragonhead? Excellent. I, as always, will go ahead to make my final readings. If each of our previous outings are any indication, the bandits will harry us will most certainly jump at this opportunity. So I would have Quimpadang scout the area ahead of time and report any suspicious activities to the knights garrisoned at the camp. Let someone else bloody their hands for a change, I say. Feel free to tell Jacquinot of our plans, though I do not doubt he already has some of his own. Whee! Lady Lavina has already departed. Oh, then she must have leapt from the window, for I did not see her use the front door. I dare say that means we will be traveling alone, Of course I will be attending. Why wouldn't I be? Hi, what do you sell? Nope. Let's finish off this quest. Alright, Spirit Initiative, let's go. Clayland. Jacquinot? Well then, it appears giving my constellation map to that astrologer and Frost was unwise, as my readings for the location of the sixth heavens may have proven slightly off. However, a second calculation has shown me that we are close. The optimal location lies just to the north here in a derelict tower known as the Steel Vigil. You've the look of the learned about you. Might I ask if you've seen this star map before? It was on the person of an astrologer who came to us seeking help after being attacked. Suspicious. That is my map. The one I gifted the Astrologian and Rathfrost. Do you mean to tell me that she was set upon again? Your map? Well, then I'm gonna have to ask you to accompany me for questioning. The Astrologian claims she wrested the strap from one of her assailants before escaping their grasp. Lady Lavina! Lady Lavina, why would you hush out the soft-saying woman you risked your life saving? Because she did not, my lord. Why would you even think something so foolish? This must be some sort of misunderstanding. I was present at the assault. We saved the young maid from which you speak from a party of bandits, and Lady Lavina gave her own constellation map to replace the one damaged by her assailants. My Lady Clayton here was also witness to these proceedings. Well, we have our own witnesses who say otherwise. So until we have a trial and an adjudicator who can pass his judgment, this Lavina will have to come in for questioning, for she herself has admitted the map is hers. It is alright, and I have naught to hide. And arguing here will not bring us any closer to the truth. If anything, I wish to confront this woman who would bring false accusations against those who saved her life. Very well then, take me where you will. I shall answer all your questions, and you will soon learn who is spouting falsehoods. My friends, you need not worry over much, for I shall be in the company of Temple Knights where no harm might befall me. I will return once I have proven my innocence. No harm, quotha. That knight was the self-same Astrologian whom we saved in Mordona. The Astrologian who now claims we attacked her. Are you saying the Astrologian was a temple knight? No, listen, my lord. I'm saying the Astrologian is no more an Astrologian than she is a knight, and same have been played. We've fallen victim to a ruse that has landed Lady Lavina in the hands of those who are attempting to kill her since she set foot in the Eorzea. Then, you're saying she won't be safe in the presence of those temple knights? Those weren't temple knights, my lord. However, they were wearing the colors of our knights most heavily, and if we were to assault them this near the heavily garrisoned Camp Dragonhead, we would be struck full of arrows before anyone asks us why we even drew our blades. No. We must shadow Lady Lavina's captors and wait for an opportunity to take her back. How exciting. Can I take point? No? Of course not. Of course not. As I'm from a distance, wait for an opportunity to rescue Lavina. Okay, why do you have your weapons drawn? Might ask you to keep your voice down, my lord, for it will not matter how concealed we remain. Why am I walking faster than you guys? Oh, this thing appeared way over here. I wonder if we're gonna fight that thing. You, bring us some meat for the journey home. Meat. Yes, sir. Let me follow. Davis over there. And I thought the woman itself sent me assisted in Mordona. But I do believe she was working alone. We must continue our pursuit. That is some interesting running there, man. Man, look at that line he's leaving behind. That is quite the running trail. That's gotta take a toll on the legs. Or at least build some strength, that's for sure. Sir, beast approach the company. Man, that takes skill. Quimpere, ever true, ever true, ever true. I heard something, sir. He's going for a pee. I'm gonna kill the man for going for a pee. Okay. You heard this. Oh, I guess you gotta go. You gotta go. What are you doing? You're making more noises doing that, man. Are we too late? Did I fail? No? Okay. Just as I expected, these fools have led me straight to the answers I've thought since my arrival in this backwoods realm. And if I'm not mistaken, my treacherous companion should be arriving right about... now. I'll be taking this. The moment you lift off in that airship, the whole land will know you are not true temple knights, and you will be made to answer for your crimes. Once you're in the air, will not matter what anyone knows, you fool. We will not be returning once we have slain you and your friends. No one shall stand in the way of my fate, especially not some dog's body the forum. Dog's body the forum. Slay the Chilean assailants. Oh, hello. Old world cemetery. This is a little bit easier than I thought it'd be. Complete! Yeah, you're right. He shouldn't have gone to pee break by himself. He heard something, alright? Jean Quinault. I do not think Lady Levina would mind us taking a peek inside the missive, would she? No, you are right. Like enough she would. Please, milady, allow me a moment to gather myself. Of course I knew the temple knights were false. I recognized the Astrologian we saved almost immediately, and then find it insulting that they believed I would not. I also knew that they would lead me to the true perpetrators if I played along, fully aware that you loyal three would follow. And I am pleased that you also knew that we would somehow crawl our way out of that little tussle with our lives. Oh, that's him. Talking not. And I am pleased that you also knew that we would somehow crawl our way out of that little tussle with our lives, because I was uncertain of for most of the journey. Well, I was certain Claylan would make it, for the stars have already told me she would unlock the 6th gate here at the Steel Vigil, the very location we ended at, despite our unexpected ordeal. Your fate, Jean Quinault, well, I never bothered reading it, so I thought that you would skip this lesson like you have every other one. Clan, gaze upon the night sky and open your soul to the final constellation, the Spear. Spear, I think of Halone. The Spear is the gate to the 6th heaven, where the Fury resides in the palace of ice, carved by her own spear. Ice formed of moonbeams collected by the lover, Minfina. Wow, how is that for foreshadowing? Because that's almost like the place where you fight them. Later on. Spoilers. The Spear filled us not only with the power to overcome our enemies, but also the compassion that is necessary to grant those same enemies mercy. And now the power is yours, to see directed to those whose fate require it. It is done. You have attuned yourself to the 6 lower heavens, and now that you know their strength, the true journey begins. The Spirit blazes in the welcome, unlocking the gate to the 6th heaven. And Jean Quinault, you have my congratulations, Claylan. What has taken me more than 15 summers to accomplish, you have done, and more in a matter of moons. But our time together has taught me that despite what we may believe they are, we all have our roles, and each role is just as important as the other. Without taking both Impare and you under my wing, we would never have saved Laviva from her assailants. Meaning, in a way, I saved Lady Laviva. Not that I am one to take all the credit for such heroism. Folded missive. A letter found on the body of a Chilean thermitage. The cracked seals appear somewhat familiar. Or shall I take credit for this missive that never would have been discovered were it not for me taking you and Kimpare under my... that cold's there. It befits this God-forsaken place. Point taken. Let us break the seal and see what we... Why, this handwriting. I have seen it many times before. It is mine uncle's. But that would mean... It would mean the highest-ranking astrologian in all of Ishgard has been attempting to assassinate us. If the tribunal were to hear this, he would be hanged. And the hanging would only earnest another ill-tempered orthodox astrologian unwilling to open his eyes to the benefits of our discipline. No. We can use this missive to our advantage. As long as this remains in our hands, so too does the Chief Astrologian. Are you saying we use the missive to blackmail Falmall? I am saying we merely grant the Chief Astrologian his life in exchange for a little assistance in furthering our just and noble cause. No more, no less. I see. You are quite the devlet, my dear. Very well. I'll summon my uncle to the astroscope. There we can present him with our offer. Well, it's south of here. Okay. I still like the view in this place. I still think that they allowed us to find these areas so you can just appreciate it from another point of view. Why are we on the roof? I guess we'll find out. Why must you insist on pestering me, Jean Canard? I gave you your letter, now leave me be. But that would not be the only letter you have written lately, would it? Perhaps recall a certain letter to the forum? A letter carried by a party of less than savory characters who attempted to kidnap Lady Leviva and deliver her to Chalayans. Not to mention kill me, my manservant, my good friend Clayland here, and who may have forgotten is currently an honored guest of House Fortin. A letter drawn up and signed by none other than you, Nuncle. Oh, do not presume to misunderstand us. We wish neither to disgrace you, nor your death. At least, not at our hands. In fact, we wish very little from you. Not, you might say, in the sense that you are never again to use your influence to hamper our efforts at spearheading Chilean astrology here in Ishgard. Involve yourself no more in the affairs of me and my guests, and your secrets remain safe. I'll even forgive you for trying to have me murdered, if that is, you give me your word. It's not as if you left me much choice. You have my word, but know that silencing me will not make your nonsense any more accepted in the vault. There are others who will see you fall, others who care little whether or not I speak my piece. We are fully aware of the peaks we have left the scale. However, we shall not let that discourage us. I have been shown a path that I altogether plan on walking, and the stars shall guide my way. The stars foretell many things, my dear, but not even the best readers can see them all. Do not forget this. So we have silenced him, but to hear him tell it, he was the least of our worries. And with that would be the end of the Astrologian job cuts up to level 50. There's more going for level 60, which I'll get when I do that when I get there and a little bit further in the story. For mainly just so I can have access to the areas you can actually do the stories, and I'll get to that point in due time. And with that, we're gonna have ourselves a evening to rest. I mean, I could start the other job quest, but that's gonna take another several hours. But part of the adventure in the last couple weeks with me, I had to find new employment, which I did. Also means you need to get some sleep, which I'm not sure what that is, but I'll find that out very soon. So for those that joined, I thank you all for joining. I do apologize again for the days it took to come back. I'll see what I can do for the next couple of days, but later on I'll be gone for a couple of weeks as well. It is summertime. I have little, well, not so little ones, but I don't want to spend time with my family. So with that, I should be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll be back on Friday, where I think I'll do the Machinist quest line. If time permitting, I'll do the Dark Knight. If not, Dark Knight will happen on the weekend. Or maybe I'll just jump on Andean a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what. I'll play it by ear. Until then, y'all take care. Y'all have a very good night. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your summer.